Why hello there, this is your good Thomas Friend 74. And finally, for 2 weeks, my next Trackmaster item has finally arrived. And it's actually going to be a very good classic one, in fact. And here we go. What this is the Trackmaster Percy's Mail Express set. This was a very nice find. I managed to find it even for a reasonable price as well. I might say that was the original price for it. Well, I think I should probably go over this model and see what it is in full glory. Now this set right here is actually one of the few variants of this set that got released. I say that for a reason. Because if you've seen this destination before, you're probably going to be seeing some visual anomalies. Because that was actually a set that was released way before this one. And it's a different variant. It may look familiar to you. It says right here, lift to load cargo. So, and let's take a look at the back of this. Right here. Look at this awesomeness. So it says here for Percy's Mail Express. Percy's favorite job on the island of Sodor is delivering the mail. He chugs around the track and stops at the Sodor mail depot to pick up the mail crate. Percy makes sure the mail is delivered on track and on time. And there you go. That's what you see. And the typical build the Thomas and Friends world, and that's actually what you see on the early Fisher-Price sets. That's Arthur and the Coppermine, that's the Bridge expansion pack, and see Thomas, Percy, Splish, Splash, Splosh, Emily, and Oliver. Typically that's on the earlier Fisher-Price sets. And if you see this model of Percy, you can see that this is a 2009 model of Percy. Well, we take a look at this, the Percy model that was right here, it's actually a 2012 model of Percy with the flat drive unit. So in total, the set I got here is a later version of the set that was released possibly in 2012. Of course, looking at the bottom, it has all the importancy to note that this is a licensed product. This is 2011. That's when this was. Of course, this was when it was in production. Of course, it was released a year later. And your typical stuff. Oh boy, this is something that I am so ready to take out and play with, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to do this because I haven't got any of the variants of this exact destination. And I think I should go ahead and take this out of the box right now. Okay, let's open this. With something that is definitely new in box. Really has it all covered. Okay, here it is. Okay, got it. Maybe tape. No, okay. Time for amazements right here. Oh gosh. This is going to jog back some major memories when this was brand new. Here she comes. Oh boy. Wow. Like it was just recently released. Of course it's not, but definitely does bring back those good classic memories. Now, looks like it's a very small but yet simply operated set. So, let's see if I can go ahead and put this all together. Well, here's all these contents you see here. And if you see the amount of tracks, it's just going to make a little oval. That's like typical for many Trackmaster sets. That was from Trackmaster Gen 1, but there are probably some good reasons why it's often this way. Well, anyways, let's take a look around. So first up, we got this two parts for the station. This base. A very nice stop and go piece. 1 full straight track. 8 curved tracks. 2012 model Percy. Specialized freight car with some mail in it. The stickers. The original instruction manual for this. And 2012 list. You can easily see from the back it says the 3-Speed Gordon and Blue Mountain Mystery. So it's 2012. Oh boy. Now let's see if this set can go and be assembled. Okay, now let's take a look around what we got for the engines. So let's take a look at Percy. Now, as I explained before, this is the 2012 model Percy with a flat drive unit. This is also the first time of me ever getting it, which is a good plus. Now let's take a look around him. They had to do some kind of like alterations, like of course the face on it is of course a CGI face, which is usual typical for all this. And other than that, well, then there's the coal bunker right there, which is also very different. Take a look at the underneath, on top views of Percy. See some of the information right there. We have Percy, and it says 2009, but this is a 2012 model, so sometimes that can be a little unusual when we have it that way. There's the top view of Percy. You can see there's the flood drive unit right there. There's the little slot right there. There's a very nice hand appraisal. This camera's always out of focus. But that's a very nice, interesting model of Percy that I finally managed to receive in my possession, my collection. Now here is the freight car that comes with this. And we take a look around. You can see that it actually has the mail logo right here, but it also shows on the other side as well. That's usually a rarity because they only have these one-sided. This one has it on both sides. But you're noticing carefully that this truck is in a different outline design, is not the same. Well, that's actually a good indication that this is a very special one. And you're seeing this silver part here and this one right here. That's actually a metal rod that's going from here on this side. And if it has that metal rod, you'll probably know where this is heading. This side door right here and this side has this. It opens up that way. I think this is the only one that has this. In the other variants of this, it uses this same design. See this? It has this part to slide open and out. But that's the only door they have it on this. They haven't got anything else. It's only on this side. Of course, this will clip back into business again. Take a look at that underneath. You can see it is a 2009 model right there. And very nice grain work on the bottom part. And you can see there clearly is the clips that holds this from the metal rod. And bolts it inside this. And of course, we need to take a look at what's of course this mail crate with mailbags in them. Now this one is also very nice. This is the logo that you get from this set in particular. Now something about this is that for the fact that this one has the logo on both sides, which is very nice. The mailbags on top here are actually painted. So the entire thing is all one piece, and the mailbags are the ones that are indeed painted. Well, that's usually typical for every Trackmaster motorized products, that sometimes they had to use one-piece models and just paint parts. Okay, now let's go ahead and put a battery inside Percy. And here's that screw right here. Okay. Goes. Put it inside. Kind of like the way they did for Thomas. Okay. Put a battery inside Percy. And I'm going to go and turn it on. Huh. Just like how it was brand new. Now, close them. Screw them back on. Now we can play on the set. Let me quickly go over the instructions for Percy's Mail Express
See, there's your pictures of the barn post office. There's the track layout. The label positions, I did show those. How to play, well, I've already showed you all of that. That's the unloading, and that bottom part's the loading segment. And of course, that's the model of Percy with the flat drive unit. The on and off switch is right there, and all those information. Now, I should go over some of the variants of the set that I have mentioned early in the video. So, remember that I said that this looks more like a barn instead of a post office? Well, the first version of this is titled Percy's Day at the Farm. And that theme of Percy's Day at the Farm actually makes a lot more sense. Because it's farm themed. This is resembling a barn. Percy will be carrying a cow. Only one cow. And it was made by Hit Toy Company. Yes, this is originally manufactured by Hit Toys. And of course, Fisher-Price have re-released the entire thing, as per usually, like this. The same set as Percy's Day at the Farm. It's exactly the same. It's just themed to Fisher-Price. There's also a version of this set with a talking James. And it was released in 2011. But if you manage to find some of these, you're going to find mainly from UK sellers. So it's more possible that this version was only sold in the UK. The next set after that is, well, this one. Percy's Mail Express, the one you're seeing in this video. In 2013, they made another one called Carnival Delivery Set that actually has Thomas carrying fireworks, except that Thomas has bunting on him, which actually really does elevate that entire set a lot. There was another from the Busy Day on Sodor set. It was actually a very giant set, but what they used is the one from Percy's Day at the Farm, the color scheme from that, and it's called McCall's Farm. Now, there is one more out there, and I will be counting this one as well, though I'm not too sure what series it was. I'm going to take a guess it was Discover Junction. That it comes with James. The pack will have Toby's Windmill, not so good color scheme, but we'll also have this as well. Except this part here will be red, even this part here. The roofs are green, including this, which will be green. And it's called Farmer McCall's Farm, and I think I actually would prefer that one better than anything else. Well, what a find! I managed to find this for a reasonable price. It's still new in box. And finally get it for the first time ever, getting one of the variants. Such as this variant would be good for me. And I actually had very nice. It's very simple, but you have to simply operate it. Otherwise, it's very enjoyable as soon as you know how to do it. Well, thank you all for watching.